Donald Trump is trying to do here is change the subject. The subject at hand is that he and his administration are defying a court order to give Ábrego García his due process rights.
But Van Hollen finally, because it was so obvious how ridiculous this was, that he's visiting the MS-13 gang member in El Salvador while Trump is meeting with the mother of the woman who was killed, who now has 5 orphan children. Well, or they have a father still, but 5 children without a mother. Finally, somebody asked Van Hollen about Rachel Morin's family.
The response from Republicans to your visit is that you care more to meet with Ábrego García than you do with Rachel Morin, who is the mother of a Maryland woman who died in your state. What is your response to that criticism specifically?
Well, my response is that my heart goes out to the family of Rachel Morin. As I said at the time, my heart breaks for what happened to them. That should not happen to any family in America. And I'm very glad that a court of law convicted her killer and is going to punish her killer in a court of law. The reason we have courts of law are to punish the guilty, but also to make sure that those who have not committed crimes are not found guilty and arbitrarily detained. In other words, everybody has due process.
You see what that evil MFer did right there? I didn't curse. What he twisted at the end to imply that the guy he's visiting didn't do anything wrong. He was an illegal immigrant. That alone is enough that you've got to leave the country if they catch you. On top of the beating of the wife, we'll get to that in a second, at MSNBC 13. You get it. And it's just like, you know what? Oh, my heart goes out to her. No, it doesn't, because you never visited Patty Moran, the mother. You know who did visit her? Donald Trump. Like, you people are not, you're not good people. You're awful people who just pretend to be good people. And that's not a good thing. He then did get questioned also as to whether Ábrego García is in MS-13, and note his answer here.
Now, President Trump says that some of Ábrego García's tattoos signify that he's a member of MS-13. In 2019, police alleged a confidential informant claimed that Ábrego García was an active MS-13 member. His wife and his attorney deny that, of course. Can you say with absolute certainty that he is not, nor has he ever been, a member of the MS-13 gang? And did you ask him point blank?
Well, Dana, what Donald Trump is trying to do here is change the subject. The subject at hand is that he and his administration are defying a court order to give Ábrego García his due process rights. They are trying to litigate on social media what they should be doing in the courts. They need to put up or shut up in the courts. Let me tell you, and I decided to write this down so I could be absolutely accurate as to what Federal District Court Judge Zinnes said about these allegations by the Trump administration. Quote, "No evidence linking Ábrego García to MS-13 or any terrorist activity has been presented to the court." That's where to litigate this. It's been litigated in many other places. So I'm not going to get into the details, because the whole purpose of our court system is for them to adjudicate these things, not for Donald Trump to go off on social media.
Yeah, you're right. They have not, there hasn't been a court hearing for them to put forward evidence in the first place, which is your whole point. But since you were the one person to have met with him, and since this is a thing, you say on social media, it's what we hear from Donald Trump and Republicans every day, all day long, you didn't ask him?
I didn't ask him that because I know what his answer is. What he told me was he was sad and traumatized that he was being in prison because he has committed no crimes. I think at some point the president of El Salvador realized it was looking really bad to have this person who'd been absconded from America, from the streets of Maryland.
Oh, did you catch what happened there? He almost called him an American, but as the N started coming out of his mouth, he realized he's not an American. This man is a horrible, horrible human being. I don't know what the rest of his politics are. I don't know if he's like a complete woke, wackadoodle Marxist, progressive like the AOC crew. But in some sense, he's worse, because he gives it he gives it the air of decency by being just like a 60-year-old white guy that can speak normally. Like, he gives it this air of he's a decent guy, and he is absolutely not. He almost lied right there. He got as damn well close as he could, and then he refused repeatedly to answer whether he's an MS-13 gang member.